What if I told you that a dusty old penny sitting at the bottom of your junk drawer could be worth over $1 million, not a dollar, not 100, not 1,000, but $1.3 million? Yes. For a single 1984 D. Lincoln Memorial penny, sounds unbelievable? Well, buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll not only believe it, you'll be rushing to check every coin jar, drawer, and piggy bank in your home now. Before we dive deep into this thrilling story of copper, history, and unexpected fortune, let me ask you this: most people don't. They toss it in a dish, maybe feed it into a vending machine. But those tiny copper coins? They might just be your ticket to the life you've always dreamed of. Stay with me, because I'm going to walk you through exactly why this one specific penny from 1984, minted in Denver, is making headlines, and how you can cash in before it's too late. Let's unlock the value of a coin the world forgot, but the smart few are quietly collecting. Let's rewind to the year 1984. Ronald Reagan was in the White House. Apple launched the first Macintosh. And somewhere in Denver, a batch of pennies came off the U.S. Mint's presses. But something wasn't quite right. These weren't ordinary coins, some had die errors. Others had doubling. And a few rare specimens showed signs of plating issues or off-center strikes. What looked like a now, here's where things get really exciting. The 1984 D. Lincoln penny is mostly made of copper-plated zinc, but due to a rare set of conditions during minting, certain coins display dramatic doubling on Lincoln's ear, a feature known to collectors as a DDO or double die obverse. And when found in pristine, uncirculated condition, one verified 1984 D penny sold for an eye-watering $1.3 million at auction. That's right, a coin you might have spent on a gumball in the 90s is now worth more than most people's homes. What if you had one of these and didn't even know it? Could you have already spent it? Could your grandma's coin jar be hiding a small fortune? That's the urgency we're talking about. Now let's talk about grading. Why does one penny go for $2 and another for $2 million? It comes down to mint state condition. Collectors look for crisp strikes, lack of wear, strong luster, and clean fields. Coins graded MS67 or higher are incredibly rare, but that's exactly what takes these 1984 D pennies into the million-dollar territory. Have you ever seen a reality show where someone picks up an old item at a garage sale, only to find out it's worth thousands? Well, imagine that, but it's a penny you already owned. That's not a TV script. That's reality for a lucky few, and you might be next. Now let's throw in a pattern interrupt, because things are getting intense. Quick question: why did the penny break up with the nickel? Because it felt worthless, but not the 1984 D. Lincoln penny. No sir. This one is dripping with value and prestige. And now here's something most people miss: the mint mark. The D under the date stands for Denver. And this tiny letter makes a big difference. Philadelphia minted coins from 1984 don't hold the same record-breaking value, but Denver? That's the jackpot. Now let's transition to real-life stories. There was a man from Kansas who kept a jar of pennies his father had saved in the 80s. He almost donated them. But one day, while watching a video like this one, he learned about rare Lincoln pennies. He sent a few off for grading. And guess what? He was holding a near-perfect 1984 D double-ear penny. That penny was graded MS68 red by PCGS and fetched over $700,000 at auction. That single coin wiped out his mortgage. He took his wife on a European cruise. All from a single penny. Let me drop a cliffhanger here. What if I told you there's a way to know today if you're holding a $1 million penny? We'll get to that in just a few minutes. But first, let's break down what makes a penny valuable and how to spot the difference. If you're holding a 1984 D. Lincoln Memorial penny, here's what you need to examine: a weight. It should weigh 2.5 grams. Deviations could signal an error. Coin color grade. Coins labeled red or red-brown are far more valuable than brown. Now, don't just eyeball it. If a coin looks promising, send it to a professional grader like PCGS or NGC. It may cost a few bucks, but it could reveal a 6 or 7-figure secret. Because of the value involved, many fakes circulate. If you suspect foul play, seek a third-party authenticator. The last thing you want is to get played while chasing your $1 million. Imagine cashing in one small coin and paying off your debt. Starting that business you always wanted. Helping your kids through college. Taking that bucket list trip. That's the power of knowledge and timing. Before we wrap up, I've got one more story for you. There was a woman in Arizona who nearly tossed out a cup of change during spring cleaning. Her husband, curious, started Googling rare pennies. He found a video like this one. He dug through the cup, found a 1984 D penny that looked promising. 2 months later, they were holding a check for $1.10 million. One coin changed their life. Your path to a wealthier lifestyle might already be in your possession. All it takes is knowledge, action, and a little bit of curiosity. If you've got penny jars, old coffee cans full of change, or inherited collections, start looking. The 1984 D. Lincoln Memorial penny could be hiding in plain sight, but don't stop here. Subscribe for more rare coin insights, secret values hiding in your wallet, and strategies to turn forgotten pocket change into real wealth, because pennies may be small, but the payoff, it can be life-changing. Your $1 million story starts now. Don't let it end with regret. Inspirational, authoritative, clear storytelling, 3-act, emotional hooks, cliffhangers, humor, seamless transitions. What if I told you that the next time you reach into your pocket for spare change, you could be holding a coin worth over $1 million? No, this isn't a fairy tale. It's not a marketing trick. It's a hard fact, and today, we're diving deep into a coin that might be sitting right under your nose, aging quietly in a dusty drawer, or jingling away in the console of your car. The 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny. Right now, a single one of these rare pennies is making headlines for being worth a staggering $1.4 million. Think about that. 1 cent. One tiny copper coin that could explode your bank account and rewrite your entire financial future. Sounds unbelievable? Keep watching, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this penny so valuable, how to spot one, and how to sell it for a life-changing amount. But fair warning. If you click away now, you might just miss the one clue that separates a common penny from a millionaire's fortune. And let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, a retired Navy vet named Carl from Missouri was going through his old coin jars. Just a bunch of loose change he hadn't looked at in years. He picked out an old, dull penny with no mint mark. Nothing special, he thought. Until he did a little research, that same penny sold at auction for over $1.30 million. Carl paid off his mortgage, bought his daughter a house, and took his first vacation to Hawaii at 73. This isn't just about a coin. It's about freedom. About finding treasure in places you never expected. Let's rewind the clock to 1976. America was celebrating its bicentennial. Fireworks, flags. A spirit of freedom filled the air, but while everyone was looking at shiny commemorative coins and quarters with drummers, something unusual happened at the Philadelphia Mint. Some Lincoln Memorial pennies left the facility without a mint mark. Now, normally, Philadelphia coins don't carry a mint mark. That's standard. A very limited number of these 1976 no-mint mark pennies had manufacturing defects and die varieties that made them exceptionally rare. They weren't just normal no-mint coins. They were flawed in a way that collectors dream about. Many of these were never caught, never documented, never reported, and they're still out there, maybe in a coffee can, maybe in your drawer. Let me ask you a serious question. When was the last time you really looked at your pennies? Exactly. That's why you might already be richer than you think. The coin must be in pristine red uncirculated condition, the bright copper color straight from the mint. That alone narrows it down to a microscopic percentage. These rare errors show doubling on Lincoln's profile and lettering. A classic hallmark of high-value errors. If your coin shows off-center stamping, or it's on the wrong metal planchet, the value skyrockets. Collectors go crazy for coins with visible die clashes, signs of minting gone wrong. What the mint calls a flaw, the collector calls gold. And don't forget, condition is king. That's where the $1 million bids begin. Let's get practical. Here's your action plan. Grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Bright light, clean surface, especially Liberty and IN God we trust. If your penny ticks some or all of those boxes, congratulations. You may have something big. Don't stop looking, because now you're seeing coins with different eyes. That's how treasure hunters are born. Is this the part where he tells me to invest in a $2,000 flashlight and a coin microscope from outer space? You can find your fortune with what's already in your house. You've just got to be curious and consistent. Let's be honest. Most of us spend more time scrolling through cat videos than checking our spare change, but one can make you laugh, the other can make you rich. Your move. Only a handful of verified high-grade 1976 no-mint mark pennies have ever surfaced in professional coin markets. Sold for $1.4 million at private auction in late 2024. And rumor has it, another specimen has just been submitted for grading, potentially even cleaner. If that's true, it could break records. Again, that coin could be in your possession right now, but you won't know unless you look. So here's what you do next: contact reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it, assign a grade, and give you market clout. High-end auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers specialize in rare coins. They have buyers with deep pockets and a love for history. If you've got the real deal, don't jump at the first six-figure offer. Million-dollar coins command million-dollar patience. You've spent decades working hard, raising families, paying bills. Now it's time for your old change to pay you back. This penny is proof that wealth can come from the most unexpected corners of life, and sometimes, you just have to be willing to see value where others don't. What if the penny that changes your life is sitting in your kitchen right now? What if tomorrow you wake up, turn over a coin, and discover your freedom? Don't let it slip away unnoticed. Go check. Go look. Right now, and when you do, subscribe to this channel so you'll be the first to know which coin could make you the next millionaire, because this isn't just a hobby anymore, this is your shot at legacy. Your journey to wealth starts with a penny. Imagine walking into your kitchen, reaching into your junk drawer, and finding a penny. Just a plain old 2015 Lincoln Memorial penny. You flip it over, toss it back in the tray, and unknowingly walk away from $1.50 million. Yes. $1.5 million. This isn't a joke. It's not a scam. And no, your cousin Larry with the coin album from 1987 isn't the only one who should be paying attention. The truth is, you could be sitting on a fortune and not even realize it. Here's a question. If I told you that your spare change could pay off your mortgage, buy your dream car, or fund your retirement, would you still ignore that pile of coins collecting dust on your shelf? We're about to dive deep into the world of the 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny. A coin hiding in plain sight. A coin that, under very specific and rare circumstances, is worth over $1 million today. This video is not just about coins. It's about lost opportunity. It's about financial transformation. And it's about taking control of something most people overlook, literally. So sit back. Clear your thoughts. This might just be the most profitable 40 minutes of your life. By the way, if you're still thinking, come on, it's just a penny, remember, people said the same thing about Bitcoin in 2010, and those folks are now sipping margaritas on private islands. Well, most 2015 pennies are worthless beyond face value. That's true, but in a few rare instances, a handful were struck with ultra-rare mint errors, dramatic die clashes, double dies, off-center strikes, and even transitional anomalies. These flaws make them highly sought after by elite collectors and auction houses. Let me say that again, flaws can make these coins worth millions. Funny how imperfections can be more valuable than perfection, right? There's a life lesson buried in that excellent question. And I promise, we'll get there. But first, we need to understand why collectors are paying this much in the first place, and that brings us to the gripping world of rarity, error patterns, and collector psychology. What if I told you the most expensive 2015 penny ever sold was misprinted in a way you'd barely notice without a magnifying glass? Keep watching. Let's zoom in literally and figuratively on the 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny. First, no-mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. That's standard for many coins from that year. But what's not standard is the die variety. Some 2015 pennies exhibit doubling in Lincoln's eye, in the lettering, or around the memorial columns on the reverse side. This is called a double die error. And if you're lucky enough to have one, you're not holding a coin, you're holding a lottery ticket. In one high-profile case, a 2015 penny with an off-center strike and a dramatic doubling error sold at auction for $1.50 million. Yes, a single penny turned into generational wealth. Collectors go wild for these error coins because they're freak events. The mint doesn't want them out there. They're accidents. Ghosts in the machine. And that's exactly why they're so valuable. Let me guess. You're now eyeballing the penny jar like it owes you rent money. And now, let's go a level deeper. Most people have no idea how to spot these errors. They either toss coins aside or sell them in bulk for pennies on the dollar. And someone else cashes in big. This means Lincoln's face, lettering like "In God We Trust," and the word liberty might show signs of doubling. Not all doubling is valuable, but the dramatic ones are. We're talking six-figure sales for clear, bold doubling. If your 2015 penny is not perfectly centered and some design is missing from one edge, don't toss it. Depending on the angle and percentage of the off-center strike, you could be sitting on $10,000 or $100,000 or more. This error happens when the metal sheet the coin is cut from slips slightly. You end up with a chunk missing from the coin. That's right. A chunk missing can make your coin more valuable, although rare for modern pennies, transitional errors can still occur. Imagine a 2015 penny accidentally struck on an older bronze planchet instead of the usual copper-plated zinc. If authenticated, this mistake could easily fetch hundreds of thousands. Are you starting to feel the excitement? That feeling in your chest right now, that's urgency. That's the whisper of possibility, because right now, in America, people are unknowingly spending these pennies on gum, gas, and groceries. You're about to do something smarter, in just a minute. I'll show you exactly how to examine your coins with tools you can buy for under $20 and potentially turn your drawer of spare change into a life-changing treasure chest. Alright, let's equip you with the practical steps to make this real. You don't need to be a scientist or historian. A simple magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, 10x magnification is ideal, will help you spot doubling, die cracks, and clipped edges. Use angled lighting. Errors often only reveal themselves under direct, focused light. It's like finding gold in the shadows. Study the eyes. Study the date. Study the memorial columns. Compare your coin to verified online error examples or use PCGS and NGC databases. If you suspect you have a valuable error coin, send it for grading. PCGS, NGC, and Annex are the top grading services. A coin is only worth top dollar if it's authenticated. This part is crucial. Too many people find a coin, rush to eBay, and sell it for far less than it's worth. Be patient. Use auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers for million-dollar coins. Selling a rare penny on Craigslist is like selling a Ferrari at a garage sale. Don't do it. Now let's bring it home. Every coin tells a story. The 2015 Lincoln Memorial Penny is not just a piece of copper-plated zinc. In rare cases, it's a symbol of overlooked value. Of timing. Of being in the right place at the right moment. And let me tell you something powerful: if a single penny can change a person's financial future, what else have we been overlooking? Let this coin be more than just a collector's item. Let it be a wake-up call. Let it remind you that wealth doesn't always come from Wall Street. Sometimes it jingles in your pocket. Sometimes it's hiding under your car mat. Tonight, dump out every drawer, every coin jar, every old box in your attic. Search with purpose. Examine with care, because someone, somewhere, is going to find the next $1 million penny. You don't need luck. You need awareness. You need knowledge. And now, you have it. Subscribe for more coin secrets. More ways to build wealth from what others ignore. And more stories of ordinary people who turn spare change into golden opportunity. Your next chapter could begin with a single coin. That's not just a figure of speech. In the world of rare coins, one seemingly ordinary copper coin, the 2020 Lincoln Memorial Penny, is now shaking collectors, dealers, and everyday Americans alike. Why? Because one recently sold for a heart-stopping $1.60 million. Let that sink in. The coin you may have in your drawer, in a jar, or stuck between the cushions of your couch might be the very thing that turns your life upside down, in the best way possible. Most people don't even know what to look for. Some folks have already spent these valuable coins on bubblegum or gas station coffee, unaware that they just traded away their shot at financial freedom. So, before you toss another penny in the tip jar, stay with me. This isn't just about a coin. It's about unlocking wealth, understanding value, and maybe even rewriting your future. In this video, we'll break down what makes the 2020 penny a millionaire's dream, what key features can skyrocket its value, and how to make sure you never miss a fortune hiding in plain sight, because once you know the truth, you'll never look at spare change the same way again. Now let's start at the beginning. The 2020 Lincoln Memorial Penny. You've seen it. You've held it. You've probably never thought twice about it. Minted in Denver, this coin looks deceptively ordinary. It features the classic Lincoln profile, the same reverse design we've known for decades. But don't let its plain appearance fool you. Due to a mix of low mintage anomalies, ultra-rare die errors, and flawless conditions known as MS-70, a select few 2020 Lincoln pennies are now among the most sought-after coins in circulation. Collectors have gone wild trying to get their hands on one. Now pause for a second. Do you know how many people threw these in a coin jar without ever checking? Turns out, that exact penny might have been your one-way ticket to a seven-figure payday. And here's the twist: the most valuable ones don't just sit in museums or collector vaults. They often come straight from everyday people just like you, who took a closer look. Condition. If your penny looks like it just came off the minting press, you could be holding a gem. Coins graded MS68 or higher are incredibly rare, and anything hitting MS70? That's the jackpot. These are near-perfect coins with zero wear, sharp detail, and flawless luster. Errors. The golden goose of numismatics. The 2020 D penny has surfaced with extraordinary minting errors, double die obverse off-center strikes, cut breaks on Lincoln's head, ghosted lettering, or floating roofs on the memorial. These errors drive up value drastically. Combine one of those with a high grade? That's where the million-dollar magic happens. Rarity and demand. A perfect storm hit this coin. It came out during the 2020 pandemic when coin circulation dropped and grading slowed. Fewer high-quality examples entered the market, while collector demand exploded. Prices go through the roof. But here's a thought, more on that in just a moment. A man in Ohio was cleaning out his late father's garage. Tucked away in a dusty shoebox, he found an old mason jar stuffed with pennies. Most looked worn and forgotten. But one stood out. Clean, coppery, untouched. Out of curiosity, he had it checked by a local dealer, who nearly fainted. It was a 2020 D penny. MS70. Struck with a doubling error. He walked out with a $1.6 million offer. 0.1 penny. One jar. One life-changing moment. Now think about it. How many of us have similar stories waiting to be uncovered? Coins inherited, forgotten, passed along from generation to generation. This isn't just about treasure hunting. It's about waking up to what you already have. You might not need to buy your future. You might just need to recognize it. Go through every 2020 D penny you have. Look for pristine condition. Use a magnifying glass or phone lens. Check for doubling on Lincoln's face or inscriptions like, "In God We Trust." Inspect the mint mark. The D under the date must be sharp. Any irregularities could indicate a valuable strike. Compare it to online coin grading galleries or send it for a professional evaluation from PCGS or NGC. Never clean your coins. That kills the value. Keep them safe in soft coin flips or holders. Join collector forums or get in touch with a trusted local dealer. The key is not just having the coin, it's getting the right eyes on it. Don't sit on it. Remember, hesitation costs. People every month sell coins for pocket change, only to find out weeks later they gave away a treasure. We live in a world that tells us value is complicated. That wealth is out of reach. That you need luck, connections, or insider knowledge to get ahead, but sometimes, it's as simple as a penny. The 2020 D Lincoln Memorial Penny isn't just a coin. It's a reminder. A reminder that treasure still exists. That stories can still unfold in the most unexpected places. And that your breakthrough could be lying right under your nose. So right now, go grab that jar. Check your drawers. Flip over those couch cushions. You might be sitting on a fortune. If you found this video helpful, inspiring, or just a little mind-blowing, do yourself a favor and subscribe. I'll keep bringing you the stories, the secrets, and the steps to turn your pocket change into serious wealth, because every coin has a story, and yours might just be the next $1 million legend. Yes, you heard that right. 1. Single penny. Worth $1.7 million, and here's the real kicker, it's not made of gold. It's not locked away in a museum. It's a 1971 Lincoln Memorial penny with no mint mark, hiding in plain sight. Before you toss your spare change into the coin jar or use it to pay for gas station coffee, ask yourself this: could I be holding a secret millionaire coin in my pocket? This isn't a fantasy. This is real. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to identify this rare penny, and most importantly, how to sell it for maximum profit. In 2019, an elderly gentleman in Kansas, let's call him Carl, was cleaning out a dusty old tool chest. Hidden beneath a pile of washers and rusted nails was a dirty little penny. He nearly threw it away, but something about it felt off. The color, the weight, the shine. It was a 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln Memorial cent sold at auction for $1.7 million. Imagine the fear of almost losing that. Imagine the excitement when the check cleared. Now imagine you in Carl's shoes. It's all about rarity, error, and demand. The 1971 no-mint Lincoln penny was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, but unlike other coins, this one had an unexpected composition and a nearly invisible doubling effect on key features like the words Liberty and IN. God We Trust, and here's the game changer: only a handful of these pennies made it into circulation. Destroyed. Melted. Lost to time, think of this coin like a misprinted $100 bill. Only rarer collectors go wild for them. And if yours is in mint or even fine condition, you could be sitting on life-changing money, yeah. It's happened, people unknowingly give away their wealth. You don't want to be that person. Let's get serious about spotting this coin. Check right under the date. If there's no D or S, that's good. But that's just the start. Grab a magnifying glass. Look closely at Liberty and in God we trust. Slight doubling means big money. Should weigh about 3.11 grams if it's original bronze. Some are even off weight due to minting errors. If it looks untouched, you're sitting on gold. Even moderate wear can bring six-figure prices. Reddish-brown tones are preferred. But unusual color shifts, like dark chocolate or orange hues, may indicate rare minting conditions, because if your heart's racing right now, it should be what happens if you find this coin but sell it too soon, too cheap, or to the wrong buyer. Coming up, how people lose fortunes by selling to pawn shops and what you must do to protect your coin's full value. They'll give you a couple of bucks. You lose the rest, never. Ever. Clean. A or rare. Coin, you wipe off value along with the grime. Posting online without research, scammers are everywhere. Always use verified coin dealers and auction houses. You wouldn't sell a mansion without an appraisal, right? Same logic here. Get your coin graded by PCGS or NGC. If your spouse ever said your coin collecting is a waste of time, show them this video, then show them your $1 million penny revenge. Served cold. With interest, this isn't just about coins. It's about freedom. Imagine clearing your mortgage with a penny, paying off debt. Starting that business, retiring early. Traveling the country in your dream RV, all because you checked your coin jar. This coin could change your story, and you wouldn't be the first. From a truck driver in Ohio who turned 2 pennies into $84,000, to a schoolteacher who cashed in her rare 1971 penny and retired 3 years early, their lives changed. So can yours? What if there are other coins worth even more, hiding in your house right now? Because in the next few minutes, I'll show you 3 more coins from the 1970s that are quietly making millionaires. Look for the high 7 in the date. Worth over $50,000 in some conditions. Doubling so strong it looks like shadow letters. Easily over $150,000. Not a penny, but listen, this coin sold for over $450,000 at auction. If you're checking one penny, check them all. You now know the signs of a rare 1971 no mint mark Lincoln penny. You know how to protect it, get it graded, and sell it smart. You know this one coin could turn your dusty change into a down payment on your dream life. But here's the thing, most people won't act. They'll watch, then forget, but not you, because you've made it this far. You're ready to turn copper into cash, pennies into prosperity. Now's your moment, check your change. Look in that drawer, the future millionaire version of yourself is waiting. And if you found this helpful, smash that subscribe button, because I've got more $1 million coins coming your way, coins you never knew existed, and money you didn't know you were sitting on. Imagine finding a dusty old penny under your couch cushion, and realizing it could be worth $1.8 million. Sounds insane, right? But it's happening. Right here in America. Right now, this isn't a dream or a fairy tale, this is real life. A 1966 Lincoln Memorial penny with no mint mark has become one of the most valuable coins ever discovered, and believe it or not, some of these life-changing coins are hiding in plain sight. Let me ask you something, when was the last time you actually looked at your spare change? Be honest. Most of us just toss it in a jar and forget it even exists, but what if that one forgotten penny could fund your retirement? Pay off your house? Buy your dream car? Today, we're diving into the astonishing world of the 1966 no mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny. By the time this video ends, you'll know why this coin is worth $1.8 million, how to identify if you've got one, and how to turn old pocket change into a golden ticket. This isn't just about coins. It's about opportunity. It's about flipping the script on how you see money, time, and the power sitting right there in your junk drawer. We're not going to make this boring or technical. This is going to be smart, inspiring, and maybe even a little funny. This one could change your life. Why is it that we'll check our horoscope every morning but won't check our coin jar for 6 years? Let's change that habit today. The Vietnam War was raging, gas was 32 cents a gallon, and the Beatles were bigger than ever. In the middle of all this, the US Mint was producing billions of Lincoln pennies, including the ones now worth more than most American homes. Here's where the story takes a twist. In 1965, the US Mint decided to temporarily stop putting mint marks on coins to prevent collectors from hoarding them. So in 1966, there were no mint marks on any pennies. Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, all looked the same. Some rare 1966 Lincoln pennies were struck using experimental planchets, copper zinc alloys with unusual weight, color, and texture. Others show double dyes, misaligned strikes, or off-center errors that should have never passed inspection. Combine those errors with the mint mark mystery and low surviving numbers, and suddenly we're talking about a coin so rare it could buy you beachfront property in California. Now imagine this: someone throws this penny away because it looks old. They toss $1.8 million straight into the trash. This was normal in 1966, but it must be absolutely clean, no faint traces or ghost marks, sharp lettering and deep strike. This indicates it might be an early run from a fresh die. Check Lincoln's face, his eye, and the word liberty. Some rare 1966 pennies have a unique bronze tone or unusually glossy finish. The standard weight is 3.11 grams. If yours is lighter or heavier, it may have been struck on the wrong planchet. Let me tell you a story. A man in Ohio, retired, mid-60s. He collects coins casually, nothing serious. He finds a 1966 penny in an old bank bag his father left him. It looked different. He brings it in, certified, auctioned, sold for $1.80 million. He cried on the way home. Why? Because he realized this one coin changed his family's financial future forever. Check every 1966 penny you find and weigh it. Use a digital gram scale, they're cheap on Amazon. Use a 10x magnifier to look for doubling in errors. Compare it with images from trusted grading sites like PCGS and NGC.do. You really want to be the person who threw away $1 million coin while looking for quarters for the vending machine. That Snickers bar can wait. Now, here's the cliffhanger. Some of these rare pennies were also found in proof sets and mint sets unopened for decades. Don't go up there yet, we're just getting to the good part. Send it to a reputable coin grading service. PCGS or NGC are the gold standard. Once authenticated, your coin is given a grade, and the higher the grade, the higher the value. You list it either through a high-end auction house like Heritage or Great Collections. These companies specialize in rare coins and will get it in front of millionaire collectors ready to pay top dollar. Negotiate. Don't just take the first offer. The right buyer could pay even more than $1.8 million if the condition is pristine. Imagine holding the check in your hand. Imagine paying off your mortgage, buying your dream RV, taking that Alaskan cruise, all from a penny. Now you understand why this isn't just a hobby, it's a wealth-building strategy. You see, coin collecting isn't just about dusty albums and old magnifying glasses. It's a treasure hunt. A real one. Every time you touch a penny, you touch history, and maybe, just maybe, you touch a fortune. So next time someone says, it's just a penny, you look them straight in the eye and say, not if it's from 1966. That's longer than most people stay married to their first gym membership. Go check your coin jar, your dresser, that weird old coffee can in the garage, and do it tonight, because every minute you wait, someone else is cashing in. Subscribe now for more insider secrets, rare coin values, and smart strategies to turn your spare change into serious wealth.